Hello, underwater rugby fans around the world. You're tuned in to the Underwater Rugby Channel, broadcasting live from Bellahøj Swim Stadium in Copenhagen, Denmark. We are about to start the first match of the day here, and it's between Tudserne and Krefeld. These two teams have met twice, and Tudserne have won both matches. The teams will be coming out soon. Hello and welcome everybody. You're tuned in to the Euroleague, broadcasting live from Bellahøj Swim Stadium in Copenhagen, Denmark. We are about to start the first match of the day between Tudserne in blue and Krefeld in white. Please allow me to introduce to you the players and the lineup for Tudserne. Wearing number 1, Kim Patterson. Number 2, Lars Wikström Greve. Number 5, Martin Run. Number 6, Jørn Hansen. Number 7, Andreas Wieland. Number 8, Kim Christensen. Number 9, Jakob Nedergaard. Number 11, Søren Hjulbrun. Number 13, Svend Erik Andersen. Number 14, Mats Jakobsen. Number 15, Peter Pultholm. Number 18, Lau Schultz. And in reserve for this match, number 3, David Ladergaard. Number 4, Anders Hartmann. And number 10, Henrik B.B. Nielsen. On the other side of the pool, wearing white for Krefeld, number 3, Christian Jacobs. Number 5, Sasha Bogish. Number 6, David Krasig. Number 7, Martin Meskis. Number 10, Kehan Bibihani. Number 12, Alain Kapayafayan. Number 14, Carl Wilhelm Holle. Number 20, Philip Kreisig. Number 77, Manuel Gassler. Number 91, Nicholas Onkelbach. Number 96, Maximilian Caton. Oh. And let's not forget the referees, who this match are on deck, Lars Olsen. And in the water, Thomas Mørk and Tommy Jeppesen.
Number 14. Max, ohne Witz, ne? Wenn nicht hier, wo dann?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm clear.
you're clear. And Manu, you'll just have to listen. And I'm joined here with guest commentators, Jørgen Kristoffersen, who's injured, otherwise he'd be playing, and Manuel Tito Morris, who's a referee. And this is done, Manu. And we're about to start the first match of the day, and it would be
Tudserne against
yes.
The German team of not Malch.
Krefeld.
Krefeld, yeah.
We have some statistics here. These two teams have met each other twice. Tudserne has won both times. Tudserne has played 18 games in the Euroleague, and they have won 16 times. So they're a quite successful club. They've had one draw and one loss, and they've scored 55 goals and surrendered just 11 goals, a goal difference of 44. So a very dominant performance. Krefeld.
Just their second season. So.
Yeah, both teams it's the second season. They both got into the tournament from the qualifiers last season here when they got first and second here in Copenhagen in the qualification round. And at that time, Tudserne won the game. It was a very even game. They won it 1-0 from a goal made on an empty basket, I think, when it was swimmed in on an empty basket.
So Krefeld's also a winning team.
Yeah, definitely they are. And this match is going to be quite decisive from the final position in the league, since Tudserne is in the second position, and I think Krefeld is at number 6. And Krefeld can take a jump into the top 3 or 5 at least if they're gonna take a point in this game. And this is really quite exciting because there are a lot of star players, national team players who are looking forward to go to Graz, and yeah,
it's high quality.
Yeah, I just took a look to the Tudserne startup. They have 11 out of 14 players who is still in position to go into the World Cup team of the Danish.
They're in the last 24 to be selected.
24. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But it was 11 out of the players today. I mean.
So the head coach Mikkel Krag, he's probably watching this review.
Definitely he is. Yeah. Definitely is. And I think he's going to watch out. Krefeld have some of the newcomers in the German team as well. Martin Meskes and I can't remember the other one. And the number 20 guy, Philip Kreisig. He is really. You need to take a look at him. When he, if he gets an attack on the goal, it's going to be serious business.
Both Kreisig brothers are extremely good, aren't they?
Yeah, but Philip Kreisig is really good on the attack on the goal.
And he
should not be let alone.
He's the elder brother.
Yeah, he's the elder brother.
Yeah. And it's just amazing that Martin Meskes, who is a player himself, he was the coach and developed this young club. They're the youngest club, definitely, in the Euroleague, and probably.
I'm quite impressed. They have taken quite fast into the top of the German league, which is a really difficult league in Europe. Maybe actually the most difficult league to play in, since they have so many top-level players and teams.
So Wieland passed the ball down there.
Yeah.
Or is it Pedersen? Kim Pedersen. Yeah.
The first 2 minutes of the game, I think.
There's Wieland.
Yeah.
Back to Pedersen.
And they have Lauschertz lying on the left side on the goal. But I think within the first 5 minutes they're like trying to look out who is the better team today, and maybe try to get in, like, not for real, if it's not on an empty basket or one-on-one.
So Gassner got it down. They got it down all the way to Martin Meskes. The thing about Krefeld, which is so impressive to me, is that they pass forward quickly, so they don't get tied up. They're not big guys in general, but they're very coordinated.
They're really clever.
Yeah.
I think the Tudserne play is quite similar. That they are not trying to get into to big bunches like other teams would do. That they're trying to stay out of it.
Are they putting on a good forechecking Tudserne here?
Yeah. I think
Holding.
That's holding, yeah.
that's holding.
And a mask attack. Well, the light today, we were just talking about the conditions here. The light, natural light coming into the pools makes for a great picture. You can't beat this right now. This is a concrete building. Unfortunately, it's going to be closed for repairs because it's got mold in between the walls.
Whole next season is going to be closed, starting from September.
Scrum on the surface here, and we see that's Manuel Gassner there.
Yeah, and I think it's Martin Run on the other side, number 5.
Martin's a guy who popped onto the scene by scoring some exciting goals.
Yeah, I think it was actually in the qualification round last season. He showed some really great performances.
It's interesting. I think his family was watching and everything, and all of a sudden he was the hero.
Yeah. That's Lars Greve bringing in the ball.
Is it Jørgen?
No, it's Lars Greve.
Lars Greve, yeah. Lars Greve is a very dangerous guy too.
Yeah, dangerous. And then Kim Petersen, we saw in the last round, he made some spectacular goals, being like one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
So they're trying to figure out how to use Uncle Bach effectively, the big guy there, because he's not as fast as the others, but of course he can hold on to the ball very well.
Yeah.
So how do you integrate a player who doesn't fit the mold of the rest of them?
Well, he's a really good playmaker in my opinion. So I think he has that role that the other one can play really free and go directly to the goal, because they know for sure he's going to catch it if they push it backwards to him.
Yeah.
Like we just saw here. And basically, if you see it right now, they have 3 or 4 players in the surface just waiting for Uncle Bach to take out the memento, and then they're going to move in.
And he's like so strong and heavy that nobody can come up and just like jerk him in and take the ball away.
No, not one-on-one. They have to like take a failure pass or go 2 on him. And then he got it back.
So
slowing down, and then they're waiting. You see, once again, then they're coming down.
Is this more German style now?
No, I would not say.
No. But strong control. They're and Tudserne
both teams want to be in possession of. If you see the statistics, it's both 2 teams who really likes to have the ball.
Yeah.
Be in possession.
There are discussions now about whether Molde is actually not caring about possession at all. They simply want to set the other team up to counterattack.
I think they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah. And you're the person who knows this.
No.
Yeah. Jørgen is actually one of the few people who scored a winning goal against Molde in a match.
Well, that was back the time that they didn't lose that often.
No.
Last season they actually had some goals against them. It seems like they don't really care if the team scores against them this season, because they make so many goals that it doesn't really matter.
Now we've got one of the... Oh. It was good there. Kreisig was underneath to get that drop ball. Now...
Yeah, Tudserne have almost one-on-one. No, there's the defense is down on the bottom.
Right now, all the players seem quite fresh. They're not tired out. First match of the day.
Yeah. And then Lars Greve goes in once again, and they have one under the basket. That's Kim Petersen.
Yeah.
But he's closed down with 2 players. I think they watched the game from last round and see that they have to shut down Kim Petersen if he's around the basket.
Yeah. Mane, you noticed that he was a very dangerous goal scorer, Kim.
The number 1 player, yeah.
How come it's sometimes written Isberg is his name? It's not his real name.
No, Kim Isberg is the goalkeeper of Flipper.
Oh, okay. So it's Flipper, the guy who... Okay.
Yeah.
I got mixed up. Two Kims, not the same one. It's a common name in Denmark, Kim.
Yeah. It is. Tudserne keep possession in the corner, and I think they will try to set up like the attack. That's Kim Pedersen moving in.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, again.
And Lars Greve, he loves to score.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch the guy, it's such a pleasure for him. So when you like doing it so much, it doesn't hurt as much. Yeah. So.
A very good pass there. Huh?
Yeah. But Krefeld got the ball back and trying to get out of their own zone, but
hard work.
Tudserne is making a pressure right from the beginning, so they can't even pass the middle of the field.
Kreisig.
Until now. Kreisig brings it over finally. I think they will. Well, they're gonna move in directly.
Oh, behind the back pass. That was nice.
They haven't really set up the right players yet and the right position, so I think they should move out the ball until they're in fully control.
But they're staying close to the basket still.
Yeah.
Quick exchanges of the ball all the time to avoid getting tied up.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make some exchanges from the exchange bench now and then bring in some fresh air to set up the right attack. Yeah, and Tudserne succeed in closing them down.
And these
so
guys
it's not really gonna be dangerous at this moment.
Krefeld is an organic club team, so that they know each other really well. Whereas maybe Tudserne, they have players from other clubs to some degree. Yeah.
But Tudserne have played like 2 seasons now with almost the same team.
They know each other.
Yeah. And 10 of the players. Let's see this attack on the basket. They have one other players down under. No. Tudserne.
That was good. They had a chance.
Yeah.
It was an excellent pass in front
and
of
that's
the
Jakob got the ball, number 9. Now we're out of the playing range. Yeah, and Lars Greve goes into the goal, trying to get a hold on the goalkeeper, but didn't succeed. Still fighting around the ball.
You're a goalkeeper yourself.
Yeah.
What is it that you fear? It's a feeling of someone grabbing your neck or your arm, or what is it?
Yeah, if they get a grab to me and the defender doesn't get to shut it down, and if they make a really fast grip to it, pull me out and shoot directly.
What is it? Part of your body do they go for usually?
The arm or shoulder or neck.
Arm, shoulder, neck.
Yeah.
And you can.
Most of the times you would know if they are attacking you under your back, because they can make a fast lift on the back without you seeing the ball being passed to them.
You don't have a chance.
No. And Kim Pedersen got it back out in the middle. Tudserne tries to build up a new attack. I think they might need to exchange some of the players. And they kept the control, and they're setting up the attack again.
So far, no score in the first half. So do you think this will go to a penalty shootout? Too early to say.
I think it's going to be a close game. And not more than a maximum of 3 goals, I would say. But it's got to be important to get the first goal in this game. That's why some of the teams might not want to take 2 big chances, because it's not a good idea to get behind in such an even game.
This is high quality playing.
Yeah, definitely. They have really hard forechecking on both sides. You see, once again, Krefeld goes directly into forechecking where they lose the ball, and then they succeed almost in the middle of the field, and then they're back in attack.
I like the way he went down and just rested and waited there.
Yeah, but that's the only. It's easier to rest on the bottom than it is in the surface, because you don't get a bunch of players
grabbing onto you,
swimming directly into you.
Yeah.
Then they have to take the dive and use some energy themselves.
Okay, he's pushing off the wall. He stops.
Yeah, you see, the Krefeld have moved their game from being 2 meters from the goal to moving out to the corner. I don't think it would bring them anything successful at the moment.
But
they're going into attack again.
In terms of possession, who's had more possession?
I don't know.
I think Krefeld.
Must be Tudserne, no?
Tudserne?
Yeah, they have each long periods of possession of the ball. I think it actually quite equal at the moment. Tudserne got it back, but having a hard time getting out of the zone, and it's turned over to Krefeld. This is dangerous because he's going to be underneath, and then they have a player on the other side coming in. But the attacker got to close him down. Kim Tonsberg got the ball back, passed it over to Lars Greve.
Yeah.
On the surface, they need to get it out, and then they make the pass to Kim Petersen. And they managed to get it over the middle of the field. Now they're probably trying to set up getting a real attack since we're in the last half minute, so they're probably going to directly to the basket now. Definitely they are. They're going to stay down for like the last half minute if they can. The ball is closed down. The Krefeld knows that there's only 20 seconds left, so they're not going to let them out.
Do you think they can keep track of this?
Yeah. They can for the last 15 seconds. They're not going to make another attack.
Just kill it on the surface now.
Yeah, and then the first half is over. Quite as expected, it's a really equal game we're watching.
There we go, halftime.
Yeah.
We'll have the highlights soon, but I was just going to ask Man, and maybe you can answer the same question, is that what does the Euroleague mean for the quality of play in the clubs in Denmark and Sweden? Mane comes from Sweden and you come from Denmark.
I think it means everything. At least if I look at the Swedish league, I don't think it's that important any longer if you want to be on the top. If you want to be on the top, you need to play Euroleague. You need to be part of one of the two teams. Or you can be part of any team in the Euroleague. You don't have to be your own nation's team. But the home league I don't think means anything. It means a ticket to or a Swedish champion, and then you get a ticket to a Champions Cup. Otherwise it doesn't mean much, I think.
Yeah. Well, from my point of view, you see the Tudserne team, which basically consists of players from different Danish clubs, but I think the level of play in the Danish league has improved. So even Flipper, who is competing in Euroleague, they cannot just beat like the Tudserne and Aquakick teams like 5-0, because the level of play in those both those clubs have got really improved by participating in Euroleague. I think we see the same in the German league this season. Malta succeeded finally in beating Bamberg. I think one of the and that was the goal by competing here in Euroleague. They have improved their game because they are playing top level matches. When they're really getting pushed to need to go into with the full energy to win even a game. That's the way to beat Bamberg.
So, Manu, you feel that the top two clubs in Sweden will go further ahead and that the other clubs in Sweden will fall further behind? The Danish success is not coming over to Sweden at the moment.
That's what I've seen, at least. It may not be completely correct. Because I know that some of the top players in other teams are playing with Police and Malmö in Euroleague. Otherwise, they don't get the competition level they need from the Swedish league, I think.
I think the Swedish team have some other problems, that they have a longer distance between the big clubs. So teams from Göteborg and down in the southern Sweden, they're not enough top level players to compete in the Swedish league. So that's why we see at the moment we have only like 2 or 3 teams. Trelleborg is coming up. but they still have 2 or 3 years.
They're young.
They're still too young. They're gaining experience in every tournament possible, but they're still not at the level of Policen and Malmö.
So that's one of the things that they talk about in Sweden, is that the Swedish clubs always want to go over to Copenhagen or to go to Denmark to play, but the Danish clubs, they're not going over to Sweden so much. That's what I've heard.
Might be true.
You've been to Sweden enough. The trip itself's not exciting. So.
Well, I'm one of the players. I've played more against Malmö on our home field than I've been to Malmö, of course.
Yeah.
But I've been to Malmö several times as well.
Yeah. One thing that I've observed, if you talk about Sweden and Euroleague, is that somebody like Anders Bergenholtz is a key player for Sweden if they want to succeed. When he was not so interested in playing, Triton was not as good, but when he said, now I want to win, he can turn the club on like that. He's playing really hard. It's exciting. So.
Well, he's a talisman. He's basically 25% of the team, in my opinion. But he can't do it alone.
No.
He really have the full team to work together with him and in the same direction. But that's impressive what he can do on his own. And he can basically play 80% of the game on his own and staying in the water.
He holds the ball.
Yeah. And we have 1 minute, and then we have the second half of this interesting first game against between Tudserne and Krefeld from Germany. Krefeld playing in white and Tudserne in blue.
And
it's 0-0.
Listening to Jørgen Kristoffersen, who is a goalie himself, and on the other side of me here,
almost retired goalie.
Almost retired. No.
Yeah. I got a slip disc in my neck, so I'm out for the season.
You'd be a coach then.
Maybe. Yeah. Then I have to outbeat Mikkel Rasmussen of the Copenhagen team, or maybe pay him to stay, so I can get the coach seat.
All right, the ball's on the bottom here, and
really nice visibility in this pool.
Yep. So do you agree now that this time during the day, when the light is natural, then you get the GoPro in?
Yeah.
It won't be like this at night.
The second half started. Tudserne gained position directly from the start.
Still 0-0?
Yeah, still 0-0, and we have to remember this game is going to be decisive from the end result for both teams. Tudserne can basically they are on 14 points. If they get 3 points in this match, I think they are definitely ending on the second position of the league, which is a really great result. 2 years in a row, getting first and second.
Yes. And if Krefeld can win this,
they're going on 14 points as well. I think they have 10 or 11. I don't remember exactly, but they can go into the top 3.
And also, it will be very threatening for the last 2 matches that have to play against
Playing
Krefeld.
Outside out of bounds.
Yeah.
Blue free throw.
Tudserne might have done better if they'd had Andreas Wieland in the first round, but he was away for studies in Mexico, and he came back. But they need him, for sure.
We haven't seen him that much in this game. No. I think he's gonna speed up in the second half if they need the goal. And you see him out here.
Could be
he can decide the game in 1 or 2. Yeah, exactly.
He's able to rip the goalies off because he's got very long arms.
Yeah. Like we talked about, he's one of the guys who can rip the goalie off just by grabbing around the defender. He doesn't have to remove the defender. He can just move the goalie and put it in with his long arm.
With the defender in between. Or
Yeah.
So that would be a good film to show, to demonstrate how he can do that.
Yeah. maybe he's not going to show his skills today, but let's see. And Krefeld got a grip to the goalie, but it's Kreisig waiting underneath, and but Tudserne gained position.
Hard forechecking, very.
Yeah, Anders Hartmann got it, moving his way out of the zone and pass it over to Martin Rønn. Sven Erik got it, number 13. Pass it over and they stay down. No. Lau Schütz passing it to Kim Tonsberg. Maybe they're going to move in directly. He's taking the ball out. Then they got the second wave going in.
One thing that's interesting to see is that the players sometimes will reach out and do a little head slap, but it's not real hard and it's very fast. So the referee doesn't call it, the play just keeps going on. So that's a technique you have to have if you're playing at the top level. Just, you know.
I think that they won't gain much from it. Sometimes it's just like making a signal, stay clear of me. So now we have to see the attack from Tudserne. I don't think the referees consider it as an attack on the system. We have some signal problem. It's gonna be a penalty. I didn't see the grab on the goalie, but
you mean they're saying shoulder in the basket?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it.
Review, definitely.
Yeah, I think Manne is gonna leave and go to the video review. I think they're gonna call it in this equal game. Anders Hartmann coming in. Moving over to someone on the left side.
The shoulder there, huh?
Yeah, they and this is like the sequence that could decide the game.
Yeah.
Since I think we're gonna see Wieland now if they get the penalty issued, and he's missed 100%.
Yeah. Well. I have to say that was like a marginal, but it was distinctly in the basket.
Yeah. I couldn't see it clear. I think it's easier for the referee because they're like on the same level.
Yeah.
You can't really tell directly from the camera, but I think if they're calling a video review, if the referee can't see clearly that it was not a shoulder in the basket, then it's gonna be a penalty. Then the referee's call is gonna stand. Yeah. It looks like clearly, but I didn't see any contact on the goalkeeper. So
no, but you can see he has his shoulder
he has
in and he has his arm on
the wall.
2 points.
Yeah,
then
but there was no contact.
How much he's been pushed.
Yeah, I can't see if the ball the player with the ball was in contact with it was number 8. Who is Kim Tonsberg Christensen, who got the ball on the left side. But definitely the goalkeeper has the shoulder in the basket and on the wall as well.
He starts pushing.
Yeah.
And
so
then you can argue how much.
I think in this situation the penalty is going to stand. The call for penalty.
I think it looks like a quite clear
yeah.
attempt to stay on the basket. Then how much it helped or not, that's difficult to say, but it shouldn't have been there to begin with.
It was close to the margin, so, but you could see it.
Yeah. If I was the goalie, I would probably be complaining that he didn't have contact on.
Yeah.
But, definitely.
But then don't put down your shoulder when somebody comes against you.
Maybe someone pushed it down for you.
But they had a lot of time to breathe now and get ready for to defend this. So that increases it helps the goalie, or no?
No. It's better to
do it fast.
Yeah. It's gonna be Wieland against the number 10
Bibihani.
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah.
But I think no, it's not. It's Lars Greve who's going to do the penalty shoot, but he's really strong. He's just gonna outplay him. Yeah, he makes the goal on the first attempt after only 15 seconds, and brings Tudserne into a 1-0 lead, I think they are not gonna let Krefeld back in the game.
No.
But like we have seen in many of the other games Krefeld have played, they have a really good team spirit. They have come back to several games. Even in the game against Flipper, they were behind. They got back, making the 1-1 goal in the second half. And they have done it against Miles. They've done it against several teams. They're not afraid to open up. So this game is definitely not over yet for either Tudserne or Krefeld.
Lars Greve is the kind of player who can put it away. In Graz, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the same situation again. Penalty or scoring.
Probably. Maybe we're not going to see so many shoots out in the World Cup, but he's on the top 3 list, I would say, in the Danish team of taking the penalty shoots.
He just pushed Bibahani out of the way.
Yeah.
Kreisig.
Bibahani is not the goalkeeper, is he?
Yeah, Bibahani is.
Yes, because he didn't stay
I think
on the goal as a goalkeeper.
No, he's a defender.
He's a defender. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a goalkeeper. Yeah. That's the old German tradition, like the goalie wants to be in front of the goal. Man might have seen some of the old German goalkeepers that didn't go to the top of the basket at any point.
Krefeld's putting a lot of pressure on now.
Exactly what I said. And they actually managed to get the goal from the right side of the goal. It was the
penalty.
They have a penalty as well. They had a player on each side of the goal. And
was a shoulder in the basket.
Yeah, maybe
it's
Lauschild.
If it was on the other side.
But let's see. Tudserne have. I think they might use their timeout if they're not going to take a video review, and then they're going to bring in the best goalkeeper, both Lars Greve and Lauschild. They can.
We can't see the shoulder in the basket.
No, not from here. The number 3 player, the
blocking
coach,
away,
he's blocking our view directly. But I think the referee on the wall side, he can see it quite clearly. So if he's going to call penalty, it's definitely there.
So there's quite high standard here for the reffing that they're going to call shoulder in the basket quickly.
We got
Lars Greve gonna take a video challenge. Instead of using the timeout, the video challenge give exactly the same.
If you win, then you get your time. You can challenge again.
I think he's quite clear that it's not going to be changed the call, but then the goalkeeper have plenty of time to prepare.
You said it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. It could be there. We can't see the goalie.
They have an exchange on the basket. Yeah, he puts Lauschild puts his shoulder directly into the no, it's actually from the first attack on number 4, Anders Hartmann. He have the right shoulder in the basket. I think the call is going to stand once again.
Penalty.
It's a penalty.
Yeah.
Let's see, but Tudserne have great success with saving penalty shoots.
Do they be Kreisig now or Gassner?
I think they should bring in Kreisig. They need a heavy player to score on the Tudserne team.
Who is it, 77?
And then we lost the signal. It's Lars Greve. He already got the ball on possession on the ball. He needs to stay close to the goal. He's going bad. It's Kreisig who has the ball, but he managed to get it in. Really close penalty shoot. Philip Kreisig managed to equalize the game 1-1.
Quite amazing, really.
Yeah. What I told you when the Tudserne got in lead. Krefeld is definitely one of the teams who can fight back. That's the third penalty scored by Philip Kreisig this season, and he's on a total of 5 scored. Yeah. You see on first, Lars Greve got a hold to the ball, but they moved too far away, so Lars Greve had to let go and try to get back on the goal. That is really difficult for a goalie. It makes so many possibilities for the attacker to score on a small hole around the shoulders. And we are back in the game. It's 10 minutes left. I think we're gonna see another goal in this game. I don't know which side, because Krefeld now showed they're capable of coming into the goal, making a dangerous attack. Now we have Tudserne trying to set up an attack.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Tudserne got it back, and now it's Wieland. He, as you see, he removed the goalie. So now and Kim Pedersen directly afterwards, and they have Martin Rønn on the right side, staying down for a long time. And Krefeld is back in possession.
But Krefeld had to suffer a little bit there.
Yeah, I think Krefeld might need to rest for like 1 or 2 minutes. They put so much effort into equalizing the game, so I think right now they're like
Tired.
yeah, and they need to recover before the last half of the second.
And Uncle Buck can get them some time.
Yeah, they're gonna kill some time now for 1 minute more, I think, if it's possible. And then they're gonna set up attacks again, like they succeeded with when they got the penalty. But
they were pushing the goalie.
Yeah, they were pushing out, and it might have been the defender. That's not really clever at this time of the game, since they were in possession and they were not really trying to get the attack going on.
If both teams want to win, they don't want to go into penalty shootout.
No. Both teams have already been into penalty shootout. Tudserne won against Flipper on penalty shootout, and the Krefeld team lost against Flipper on penalty shootout.
Do you like this rule?
Yeah, I think it's nice that you have one extra point to fight for.
And it's good for keeping the schedule instead of having extra time for a competition. Instead of playing an extra half, that's a lot of play.
Between two even teams, how often does the extra time actually give?
No, it's not going to give you anything. Most of the time.
Mind you, I said that a couple of years ago, and then it showed up that it did.
Except for you're really hiring the possibility to getting an injury because you're getting really tired in the third half.
So, Mane, as the chief referee, could you go back to CMS with a recommendation to change the rules so that the penalty shootout is introduced, and that would also eliminate the need to have some of the wipeout games, right? Because if you have no ties. Yeah.
Now I can hear you again.
Okay.
And we have Tudserne. They got it in. Number 9. That's Jakob Niddergaard, one of the goalkeeper. He's really improved his game in making goals. And we see it once again.
I think that's the game. It'll be hard for. How much time is left?
They still have 6 or 7 minutes. So
enough time.
yeah, Jakob Nedergaard. And was it who made the assist? Was it Lars Greve? No, number 2. Yeah, Lars Greve. Playing over there, number 14, Mads. Sven Erik, number 13, and then you see basically he's 1 against 2. He managed to get it in.
That was a very classic mechanical movement.
Yeah, it was.
Put the ball against in the corner, use it to push off.
Yeah, and then I would guess he have practiced it a lot. And Lauschertz grabs the ball, and Tudserne are in possession again. I think they're not gonna try to give away a goal once again. Now they're back in 2-1 lead.
But it's been a good game.
Yeah, it's still good. And then we have Andreas Wieland attacking. But yeah, they're trying to close it out. They know they cannot let him grab the goalkeeper, but he gets out of it on his own. Resting for a minute, I think, and pass it over on the left side to number 11. That's Søren Brun.
Krefeld has to chase now. They have to.
Yeah, definitely. We have to see Krefeld get out. They managed to do it once. I'm not sure if they still have energy to both recover and set up the right attack.
But Tudserne is doing it the right way. They are continuing attacking instead of just trying to keep the ball and save it for whatever 5 minutes left.
Exactly.
That's probably not going to work.
Tudserne definitely need to keep the oxygen level of the Krefeld team as low as possible.
And they're still forechecking extremely high Tudserne, so they haven't changed their game at all because they're leading.
No.
So this kind of bad pass we didn't see in the first half from Krefeld, but now they're tired. So
and they go in again with Anders Hartmann, but he's on his own, so it's gonna take it out to number 14, Mads Jacobsen. They slowed down for exchanging players. Lars Greve got it. Waiting for the right players to get into the basket. He can keep the ball for quite a time. And Krefeld is back in possession, but Tudserne just start forechecking right away. I think they won't even manage to get it out of their own zone.
Not just one guy, two guys.
No. They have both Peder Pulle and Kim Pedersen closing him down, and they are trying to set up a new attack. It's going to be dangerous. They have a shoulder in the basket clearly, but not enough to getting another penalty. And they bring it out.
He's tired. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah, they're making a big pressure, and then Jakob, who made the goal before, has another attempt, and he can put it down on the bottom. Let's see what's happening. They have another penalty shoot. I think the number 9 player actually managed to lift on the goalie while the shoulder was in the basket. So
he got a good hit on the.
He got a full hit. I think.
So the other referee must have seen that shoulder.
Yeah. We couldn't see it. It was for a short moment. Maybe the camera didn't catch it at first, but I think we're gonna see it right here. They're gonna pass it over to Jakob. He had it here and got directly lifted, and it was. I think it might be have an arm on the wall. You couldn't see the shoulder at first, but this one states that the referee of this match they're gonna call these penalties every time they see the shoulders or the arm on the wall.
It's making the game more dynamic, more scoring opportunities.
Yeah.
A little bit depressing for Krefeld, but
let's see if it's Lars Greve once again. It seems like they don't want to bring in Andreas Wieland in this game for the penalty shoots.
It could be 3-1 soon.
Yeah, I think Lars Greve is going to do it once again. It's against Philip Krejcik. He goes out to attack. He's an attacker himself, so he's not going to succeed against Lars Greve. He's way too clever on the penalty shootout. He's make his second penalty goal of the day against Philip Krejcik.
Watch how he transfers the ball to himself.
You can see this is quite classic. Philip Krejcik is a really strong player, but he's not a goalie. A goalie would never make like such an outfall going out to attack. They would stay back, close the goal, maybe just try to punch the ball away or something, and get the attacker close to you, closing him down, grabbing him. Never go out to such an attack. If you miss it, then you're completely out of range, like you see just here.
And is too strong.
Way too strong. You could do that against like a.
He's quite big also, so.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't have long arms, but. Then we see Tudserne have one attack again, and going back.
Nice
It's exactly. They seems like Krefeld. Yeah, that was Martin Run. He missed the grab of the ball. That's why he didn't succeed. And they have possession on the goal. Kim Pedersen, that's dangerous. Pass it out to Kim Tonsbach. Lau Schütz got a grab to the ball, but then it's grabbed by Manuel Gassner from Krefeld, and we have 3 minutes left of the second half. I think Krefeld is not gonna equalize.
I don't think they'll even get one.
No. Tudserne is dominating the second part of the second half now.
I wonder if Krefeld still have issues with their own pool and not getting the proper training they would need.
Yeah, when I saw the lineup, it seems like they're here without substitutes. And they already announced that they're not going to play next season. I don't know whether they're going to reconsider that. So, of course, they want to win the games that they are participating in. But when they got behind with 2 goals, they're not going to have momentum to get back into the games with no substitute players. And Tudserne goes into the goal again. They have a player on the right side. He got a almost position of it. I think Tudserne might just want to stay close to the Krefeld goal for the last 2 minutes of the game, if possible. Well, so after like a really equal and even first half, we got to see 4 goals, 3 of them in penalty shoots in the second half. I think I made a call that this game was going to be with 3 goals. I'm sorry, I was 25% wrong.
Well, I think it was a good guess.
And Tudserne.
Krefeld's holding on to the ball a little bit more now, but not
Krefeld is running out of energy. Tudserne managed to make pressure out in the middle of the playing range, which means they don't even need to put down their goalie or defender. So they just move forward.
Game's now almost over.
Yeah, we have 1.5 minutes left, and Tudserne is having a free ball on the.
Okay.
It's a blue free throw. And
yeah, some of the Krefeld players are getting really annoyed with the situation. They had the result when they equalized the game to 1-1 for a couple of minutes, and then Tudserne really stepped up and showed what they are made of, and decided the game both on a regular goal and another penalty shoot by Lars Greve. And Wieland is staying behind. I think we haven't really seen so much today. Maybe he's saving some energy for the next games.
It could be.
Yeah.
This is the typical of this game. Krefeld, in this case, Gassner managed to get hold of the ball, but he can't get anywhere. And he gets stopped up immediately by Tudserne.
He don't have any possibility to pass the ball. We're in the last minute. Tudserne is back on possession. They are just playing around, putting a man on the left side of the basket and another one. I think they're going to make the last dip. They have Wieland on the right side. They're going to be a goal. You see. I wasn't. I was quite sure. I saw if he's going to make that pass, he's definitely going to make a goal.
Yeah.
And
let's face it, he did it faster than you could say it. You were going to say it's going to be a goal, but he scored it.
But you see, already there, you can see that's going to be a goal because the defender is not in position and the goalie didn't know that he was alone underneath his back. And he's such a strong player, you cannot be lying on the goal without making a big hole. Then you need a defender or an attacker to help you. And that's the four 4-1, and Tudserne just keep on playing. They want to show the rest of the team that they can play the full match on a high energy level. And this pretty much means that the Tudserne team is going to take the second position of the league. They're going to go up to 17 points. I think number 3 team is better with 11 points. They are not going to manage to. They need more than 6 points to. And the game is over.
Teams are shaking hands.
Yeah.
I think they have to feel it was a good game.
Congratulations to Tudserne. That's really impressive. They're going into the event games and equal games, and they're coming out as winners. That definitely shows some spirit that is needed in this kind of tournament. This is really a top-level match. Krefeld is not an easy team to play against.
And next up will be Flipper here in Copenhagen.
Yeah, we have the home team Flipper Copenhagen against Urheil Zuckeltide from Helsinki, I think. This is going to be a decisive match as well, since Flipper want to go into taking part of the top 3 competitions. Yep. They need 3 points in this game, and the Finnish team is going to make it difficult. They want to have some points on the account. I think they are on 5 points, the same as Malmö, on the 8th and 9th position of the league. They want to show the league that they can make results against the top 5 teams.
Well, I think we can take a break now.
Yeah, we do.